Welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we're going to open up a whole bunch of figures from Fortnite by Jazzwares, including the Vault, the Bombs Away glider, and the Chopper. Alright guys, so this is what we're opening up today. We do have the Bombs Away glider, we've got the Choppa, and we've got the Vault set here. So let's start out with the smallest item first. Get these out of the way. Now I did find this, if you saw my Ross haul, I did find this for $5. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to customize the bomb into something a little more realistic. Not sure what I'll do with the figure. She is just a mechanic. Packaging's okay. I guess this is probably considered like a deluxe Fortnite figure, or like figure and vehicle, because it does move. I believe it does have wheels on this bomb. Not quite the Master Grade series, but more than a single carded figure. Alright, so here's Jules with her pipe wrench, which is actually quite nice. Definitely can use this. It's really well painted, well sculpted and detailed. It is one solid piece. It's very cool. And here's Jules, and she looks nice. She's got a nice face sculpt. Some tattoos on her neck, her midriff here, her arms. Got some bags, satchels. Very nice, and it's your standard Fortnite articulation. But she's cool. She's better than I thought, and I think she's probably the stand-up or the best piece of this set now that I've got it out. I could not see the bottom of the bomb in the packaging, but I did know that it moved, and I can see now here it's got all kinds of things going on. It looks like it actually has batteries. I thought that I could just paint this, and I still might be able to. It does have a nice sort of metallic metal here at the end, but I didn't realize it had all this extra stuff on the bottom. I thought it was just round with maybe you know, something else. So I might have to take this apart a little bit more than I wanted in order to customize it. Not sure what that does. That sound effect, I'm assuming it's some kind of an explosion, but it's okay. It does have a little bit of weight to it. Like I said, I don't, if I can't paint this thing, I don't think I'll use it. I just can't. It's a little bit too comic booky. I don't know what I would use it for. I might have to leave those wheels on, but I still would paint it. Probably a black or a red, and just leave the tail here how it is, because I do like that. But I think, you know, I'm not overly thrilled with this set, but it was only $5. I think this figure is probably worth $5. The wrench is pretty nice. It's a nice accessory that can be used for anything, really. Anyone working on a speeder or a tank or a motorcycle or something. It's a nice item. The figure's not bad. I can definitely use her. I always think, you know, Fortnite, for what you get, it's always pretty much worth it, especially the figures. You know, they've got hinged wrists. They usually have a hinged neck. You know, double hinged knees, rocker ankles, diaphragm cut, ball jointed waist, ball hinged shoulders, elbows, thigh swivels, ball hinged hips. They're really well articulated, but do you like the design? You know, because some of them are very cartoony. Some of them are, you know, to me, they're too silly, you know, like hamburger heads and taco heads and things like that. This one fits in the realm of pretty cool, though, I think, for me. And I'm probably a bit harsher on the Fortnite stuff than I am on other lines because I'm so choosy about which ones I get. But this is a pretty good little figure. All right, a little disappointed in the bomb though. It's going to take a little bit more work to customize it than I thought because I really don't like this bottom piece here. But I think I can make it work. I think I can make it work. All right, so that's Jules and the Bombs Away glider. Okay, there was one thing that I missed when I was showing off the bomb here, and that is that this bottom base piece does come off, which is nice. It did not like that. It did not like how that looked. But now you have the bomb like this. I prefer it like this. Still think I might paint it. But it does have some peg holes here, and this has pegs there. So it does connect like that. So you can, stand a figure up there and you can kind of roll this. It doesn't roll very well though because this kind of spins. This one is nice and straight, but this one spins around. But it's a nice feature. I'm glad that that comes apart. I probably won't even be using this part now. But I'll probably use this like that. Have it sitting on a table or something, or on the floor or on the ground. But I probably will be painting this portion of it. But it's a nice little feature that I missed earlier. I just wanted to show you guys. It's cool. Very cool. It adds a little bit more value to this than I thought. All right, so on to the next. All right, here is the Choppa out of packaging. And it does look like there's a little bit of assembly required. I did have to, this is Blaze here. I did have to heat up her right arm here. It was really stuck. Thought I was going to break it. I did put some warm water over her and was able to bend it without breaking, but it did feel like it was going to snap. She was a lot stiffer than Jules over there. Here are the directions. They're at the bottom of the box. Looks pretty self-explanatory. Looks like the propellers do kind of fold up like you see there. And I guess it does have some sound effects. Did not know that. Didn't know that one had, the bomb did either. I'm not really one for sounds. Lights are okay, but not sounds so much. This was the machine gun that she came with. These guns are always sculpted really nice. They always do come in weird colors though, and I tend not to use them. And they really, because that grips, the handles, they really won't fit very well in like G.I. Joes and Marauders and stuff. They're a little bit too big for that. But they are well sculpted, and they usually do give you a few of them. This set only had the one, but I think that's because you got the chopper, and she only came with one, but it's because you got the bomb. But usually Fortnite gives some pretty good accessories. So now I'm gonna take this off camera and assemble it very quickly. All right, so got the Choppa all assembled. Got Blaze here. She's pretty good. She's better than I thought as well. Both of her shoulders, or I'm sorry, her elbows feel a little fragile though. She does have some cool flame effects on her boots and her shin guards here. Seems to be a theme throughout her outfit here. You can see these same colors are colors of the Choppa. And she's cool. She's cool. Just gonna put her off to the side here. Now the Choppa, it actually has a way better paint job than I saw through the box. It feels like a nice sort of thick coating, and you can see here it sort of orange to red. It's blended really well and faded into each other. The orange and red. There's a sticker here that they've applied. I think that's the only sticker. It's on either side on the whole chopper. This is printed on the words there, Choppa. It's not as bad as I thought. I think I might leave it now. It looks pretty cool. It's a much better paint job than I anticipated. Those do fold down, so you can, these platforms, so you can stand some figures there. These seats also fold down. There's a peg there in the back, so you can plug a figure into it. You can fold those up. The cockpit opens this way, and it also has a seat with a peg, and that also folds down. The gears here, or the stick, I should say, the flight stick. See if I can get that out of the way. They do not move. It doesn't feel like they move. Either one. There's a little bit of sculpting inside of the cockpit, but not much. No stickers, no anything like that. Solid black. Canopy is a nice clicking canopy with a hinge here in the front of the nose. The propellers do fold. They fold any which way you kind of want them to, but you can just kind of open them up like that. That's how they're meant to go, and it does spin quite well. Does have this little moving propeller back here. You can see you have to kind of move that with your finger though. I'm not sure if that actually just kind of goes back and forth there. Now it does have the lights and sounds. It does not come with the batteries, and I don't have them. They are a special LR44 battery cell. I don't have that around. It takes 2 of them. And it does have this, I guess, when you push, what is it? So there's an on-off switch here at the top. On-off. And I think when you push this button here, or you slide it, it does make, does have some lights inside of here, inside those engines, and it does make a sound, engine sound. I'm not sure where the speaker is, but to turn it off, it says you click in those engines. So they open with the button, and they close like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wish I had the batteries. There's a little bit of like a paint kind of smudge there across the, I think you can see that right there. Something got scratched or dripped right there. But overall, this is a nice chopper. It's actually pretty good, better than the Mattel. I happen to have it here. This was the, I did a video on this one. This is a much bigger size. Feels to be much better made. More solid plastic. And it does have the lights and sounds, which, you know, this one doesn't. This one does have the, like, the shooting play feature. I remember being a little bit disappointed in this one because you can only put one figure inside, although you can put a figure on each of the landing sort of feet here. Propeller does spin. It's double bladed, but I think this one's much better. It's bigger size, better paint job, feels better quality. I like this chopper though. It's not bad, but when comparing it to this one, I think this one is much better. Better detail, better paint. It's bigger. You can put more figures inside of it. All around, I am impressed with this chopper. It's definitely the best helicopter I have in my collection. So that is the chopper, guys. Let's make room. Probably have to move these guys off the camera so we can open up the vault set because it is quite large. All right, here is the vault out of packaging. There is a little bit of assembly required. There are some directions here and a list of all of the items, the contents. I didn't realize this. There are, you can put batteries in the actual vault and in this sort of laser gun. And there's directions on how to do that and the assembly of the vault itself. Very cool. I'm going to take this offline really quick and put it all together, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, got it all assembled. Fairly simple. I did have a little bit of trouble getting this wall on. For some reason, the other two went on pretty easy. This breakaway wall, breakaway wall had a little bit more trouble for some reason. It's very cool. It does connect to all of the other Fortnite pieces if you have those, which I do. I have a ton of them. Show you these sort of stand pieces here. I forgot what they're called, but I do have a ton of those. So it's great that it's modular and you can connect it and actually make a a structure out of it. It's just a great diorama piece. Let's go over the other items really quick though. There are these shelves which are really cool. Can use these for anything. Just to give you a sense of scale, they're about 4¼ inches tall. Very nice, kind of a metal with a wood texture for the shelving. There's 2 of those, so that's very cool. Came with this security, I think they're calling it like a security laser, security gun. It does have sound effects. It does have a button there you could push that I think it would light up and make noise. It does swivel like 180, not all the way around. And you can put this anywhere, and this can be used for anything. Star Wars, sci-fi, military, anything. Very cool little piece. It does look like it probably lights up. There's some translucent, same translucent kind of orange here around the base. Very nicely sculpted. Cool little piece. There were these 2, looks like kegs. And these can also be used for anything. They say Slurp Co. on them. Very cool. They're solid little plastic kegs, which is very cool. Again, you can use these for anything. Your sci-fi, your military, your real world stuff. Came with this drop box. I think that's what this one's called. I think they're both called drop boxes. This one actually says drop on it. It's supply. They both do open. Close. Nicely painted. This is like a blue wood though, and it's a little bit grimied up. It does say fragile there. This one has a skull at the top. Cool though. Cool pieces. Nice to put stuff in. Let's move these off to the side. The weapons. Again, I probably won't use any of these because of the colors, and they're just kind of funky, but there's a purple bazooka. It's like a gold Tommy gun or Thompson machine gun. It's another Thompson machine gun, but this one has a little bit of black, a little silver and gold. Looks like some kind of a translucent orange kind of Gatling kind of gun. This is a green, some kind of laser machine gun. A couple smaller guns. This one's in gold. This one's in purple. And then this is the sort of the key to open the door. And what you do is you stick it in that slot right there and you just push it in and it pops open the door. Now I thought, wow, this is pretty small. What if you lose this? There is a button here on the side right there in black, and if you push that, it also opens it. So, and you kind of have to push the button back in, I found, to kind of get it to close. But it's an awesome door. This thing also does take some batteries here, right there, and it does light up. I guess right here there's a green light that would light up. Another feature is this sort of breakaway door. There's a camera here. This camera does not articulate solid, but it is pointed right at the door, just like you would see in a real bank. But it does have this breakaway door, kind of falls in. So if you wanted to get inside, but I think this is cool because you could, with those other parts, make a building out of this. The breakaway, piece is nice. It's a nice feature. Let's just pop back in. But you can see there's a lot to this set. These do fold like that for storage. This one not quite as much because it's limited, but these do hinge. All of these parts hinge, but it's a really cool set. Here is it to scale with the figures. I actually like this Jules more than the previous one we looked at. The mask is pretty cool. It's just a different body, huh? It does have different clothes. Some of it's the same. Looks like the lower body, the legs are the same, of course painted different, but the upper body looks a bit changed. Of course the head is different. I think I like this one a little bit more. I did have to heat both of these up. Both of them, the elbows again felt like they were gonna snap. So I did warm them up. And they re-tightened up on me. I think you can hear that. They're really stiff. I just don't want to break them. I do have this Midas. I did get I think he was a master grade, one of the first master grade series, and he came with some armor so you can make him into a knight. And I did. I had 2 of those, and I made them into the knight. I preferred the knight over this figure, and I actually glued the armor on, so he's permanently now a knight, and he's in my fantasy stuff. Really cool armor, but it's nice to have another one of these now, and he's in his, like gangster mode, or his suit, his business suit. So these are, solid figures. Does have some nice dress shoes on. Got some sculpted guns on him. I think on the other one these came out. They feel glued. The master grade version, I mean. They feel glued now on this version. So very cool set. The chopper and this vault are really, really good. The glider bomb, not so much. Figure's good though. But I think this vault is awesome. I kind of imagine this is the front door to a Cobra base, or some kind of secret lab. But very cool, and I do have enough of the bases to connect to make this into something else, some kind of a structure. It does have little lights and sounds. It looks like none of the Fortnite stuff. I think every single one of these, all 3 of them, came with some kind of a light and sound, but they did not include the batteries. I'm okay with that. I know it would annoy some people, but I'm not a big lights and sounds person. I think out of the 3 of these, I'd probably want them in here the most because of the vault, because of that light. But overall, this is really cool. There's like some marbling in the plastic to give it a metal effect. A lot of cool sculpting, both sides. This is a really nice piece. This is a really nice piece. I do have a couple of the other Fortnite sets, the 2 cats, the meow muscles, like the gym set, and then I also got like a library type set that came with the chair. So I might put those inside of here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use this, but I think it's going to be for like a Cobra base for a lab or something, like the front door to a lab inside of a building. I just imagine 2 guys sort of, guarding this vault. And if you need access, you've got to, they've got to let you in. Very cool. I didn't show you the key. This is the key. One side, it's got a little button or something there, a little indent. But very cool set. I think all 3 were pretty good. Definitely the vault and the chopper. It's not so much, the glider set was only $5. I think they were all worth what I paid for them. At full price, I think I'd still be okay at full price if I would have got these at full price. These 2, not so much the glider set. But overall, these are winners, guys. I would, this vault set has a lot of uses and all the different stuff that it came with, that you can use, in your world building and for other things, not just Fortnite. Overall, awesome set. So that's the video, guys. That is Fortnite Jazzwares 118 opening. We did the glider set, we did the choppa, and we did the vault. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.